What's going on, guys? It's Eric again, back with another video. Today's video is going to be about MSU's former head coach, Jonathan Smith. Kind of want to go through kind of my feelings. This is more or less a kind of an opinion type of vlog, kind of a sports vlog here. But anyway, I kind of want to give my 2 cents on it, and I would really like your reactions. Actually, thank you for the reactions on the Detroit Lions video, where I kind of spill out. I didn't really mean to go to spill out the kind of the season woes and all that kind of sort of thing up until the game with the Packers here, but it is what it is here, guys. So I appreciate your guys' time to comment on that. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate the camaraderie, even though I think it may be bad. Let me swing this down here just a little bit. Even though I think it may be bad, I think it's a good camaraderie between sports fans. Anyway, right up over here on this other screen, I've got some stuff I kind of want to go about here. Jonathan Smith and MSU. So like I said, this is kind of going to be an opinion piece, I watched very little college football, let alone MSU football. Hell, I'm a bigger Michigan fan than I am a Michigan State fan, and I didn't really watch any Michigan games other than the Oklahoma Michigan game, which they got throttled on, and we're up to Oklahoma's caliber. But anyway, Jonathan Smith, I feel like, got the short end of the stick here because in the preface to all this is you have the NCAA sanctions from the Mel Tucker stuff going on and other things that have kind of been going on. They vacated 7 wins in the 2024 season. Then you've got the turmoil, the aftermath of that Mel Tucker debacle. That's the scandal with the lady there that was supposed to be a sexual assault advocate pretty much coming in and tell the players, hey, if you find yourself in this situation, don't do this, walk away. I think that's kind of the premise of what she was doing. And she has her own woes kind of going on right now, but that's kind of out of the scope of this video. But there's that with the Jonathan Smith hiring. You had turmoil all over the program. The program is in chaos right now. And I hope that Pat Fitzgerald, who Michigan State actually hired a couple of days ago, actually comes in and does a good job. Now, I hope that Pat Fitzgerald doesn't come in and be I kind of look at it as kind of a Tommy Amaker style at the Michigan basketball program. I hope he's not Michigan State football's Tommy Amaker to kind of get the program up back on its feet. You know, I think it's going to take a little bit for the stigma of the Mel Tucker stuff to kind of go away, but I feel like the way he went at Northwestern, the way he went at Northwestern and kind of got that program to be back on its feet and to kind of have some good winning seasons in there. I think he can do that with Michigan State. But at Michigan State, the bar right now is set pretty low. But if you attain a couple of wins and a good winning seasons, the bar is going to be up higher. The goal is to get to the college football national championship game and win the national championship. That's every single college football's goal for the season. But right now, the way the turmoil is over here at Michigan State is just get us. Let's focus on 6 wins. That's my goal for next season. I think the schedule that they have this up next season is 6 wins is attainable. So 6 wins and a low bowl game. Even though bowl games today are just they're you might as well just wipe them off the map. Now you got this college football playoff going on here, but that's another piece for another story. But at least get 6 wins in there so you have a low bowl game. So institutions and players and the current players and maybe any future players have confidence in your program to want to return and also to kind of step up to the level. Now the next level is, I'm going to say, let's add on 2 more wins. So the 2027 season should be 8 wins, maybe possibly even 9, depending on how the schedule works out, how the players develop, and all that kind of sort of stuff going on here. So that's where this program is wanting to go with Pat Fitzgerald. But kind of coming back to the Jonathan Smith stuff, Jonathan Smith never had this opportunity. And that's kind of where I kind of look at Michigan State's athletic program and the board of directors, because the board of directors I'll admit, has been a shit show for a long time now, ever since the Nick Saban era of college football, where they didn't want to re-up his contract. Now that's a whole other story in itself. But when Nick Saban was at Michigan State, he wanted to stay at Michigan State, but Michigan State just didn't want to pay the man and not give him whatever I'm not saying whatever he wanted, but not to give him something to grasp onto to stay here in East Lansing. He ends up going off to, I think it was LSU. I mean, the board of directors there and the athletic department and the football program are just in turmoil right now. And thank God for the hockey program and the basketball program keeping that, and Tom Izzo for keeping Michigan State, keeping it together over there. But Jonathan Smith never had any of that. He didn't have security. He didn't have the backing of his athletic department or his board of directors or possibly even any donors. He never had any of that. There was constant turmoil going on. He had the Mel Tucker thing his first year. I'm barely surprised. Let me bring it up here. I'm barely surprised that they had that they went 5-7 that year. That I was like, well, that's pretty damn good for the first year after Mel Tucker's bullshit that he did. All right. And then his Big Ten record wasn't that great. It was 2-7. All right, it really wasn't that great. But 5-7 his first year was pretty good. Then you come to 2025, and I'm going to admit he didn't really help his cause here to kind of keep being the guy here at Michigan State. But you can't go 1-8 in the conference. You can't do that. You got to win a couple of games against the low teams, like the goodness, who would be a low team in the Big Ten now? Goodness, there are. Even though the Big Ten wasn't very good, even the low teams are still somewhat decent. I'm not going to say halfway; they're somewhat decent. So, in Michigan, there's no reason for Michigan State to be at the bottom of the Big Ten, let alone the bottom of the NCAA Division I school. So he never had any of that backing. And then, right after the Maryland win, which at Ford Field, which there wasn't hardly anybody at, that Ford Field win, and coming back, it should have maybe have said, okay, we want to do that. But I think Michigan State had already made up their mind way before then. They were in talks with Fitzgerald way before then. And it was just an excuse for them to get him out. But Jonathan Smith, he gets something like $30 million because the team, or the Michigan State, just goes ahead and fires him. And again, for a real shitty situation. But again, 1-8 here, he didn't help his cause any. Didn't help his cause. So a big part of me says that Michigan State didn't help him, but a little bit of part of me says he never really helped his cause here either, because did they go to the donors to get players in? Because NIL is big now. NIL has shaped this market of players now, or at least it's came out to the. Let me put it this way: it came out to the forefront now. So there's that here as well. So you had inherited turmoil. You've had vacated wins. You've had poor Big Ten play performance, and you've had the program decline. Even though maybe some players and some fans, I don't think really wanted him to go, because I suspect some of the fans are kind of like me. He was in a shitty situation, and Michigan State didn't help him. That's basically what it is. The football program is in turmoil ever since D'Antoni. Well, let's put it this way: ever since the Larry Nassar thing, the Michigan State program has been in turmoil. And that, even though the Larry Nassar stuff wasn't about the football program, that kind of started all this stuff where Michigan State's program or football program just slowly kind of went down, and now it's at a low point. And it's in recent history, we can't even remember it being this bad, even in Michigan State's long history of football. So there's that. So where does Michigan State kind of go off of here now? All right. Like I said, they got Pat Fitzgerald in. I'm saying 6 wins minimum. Minimum 6 wins. All right? If it's anything less than that, then I'm not going to say first year fire, but there's going to have to be questions about Fitzgerald's commitment to Michigan State and the commitment to still be a head football coach in college. All right? That's going to have to be the questions that are being asked right now. But 6 wins minimum. I haven't even looked at the schedule. A couple of other people. I'm usually on 97.1's Facebook on their YouTube streams. I'm not on today because I'm off of work here the next couple of days, but I'm usually on there, and you'll know it's me. I've got my picture right up in there, and there's a couple of others that talk about Michigan State football. It's majority Lions, but we're in there. Say hi if you're in there. Go, hey Eric. Hey, well, how's it going? That's pretty much where it is, and I'm under a different account name under that one than I am on the Michigan Sports Hub where we're at right now. But anyway, I'm hoping for better things now that Michigan State has got Pat Fitzgerald. I think Jonathan Smith could have done that if he had the backing of the institution, but I don't think that he never had the backing, guys. Let's just put it that way. The athletic department didn't back him, and his performance on the field didn't really help either. All right, and his coaches didn't help him either. Well, maybe even the players that they got in there didn't really help. Who knows? Maybe they went. A lot of them went into the transfer portal. I don't know the answer to that, but it kind of seems that you go from a 5-7 season to a 4-8, and then go 2-7 in the Big Ten to 1-8. That's a decline. All right, it shouldn't happen. Shouldn't happen at Michigan State. Michigan State should be in the top 25 every single year. They should not be the bottom of the barrel. All right. So that's my opinion piece on Jonathan Smith. Let me know what you guys think. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I indifferent? Would really like to know what you guys think down there in the comments section. I'll reply to all comments here, guys. If you think I'm out in left field, tell me I'm out in left field. If you think I'm spot on, tell me I'm spot on. If I'm somewhere in the middle, tell me I'm somewhere in the middle. Just go ahead and leave a comment right down there into the comments section, guys. Also, I would really appreciate you to do a like on this video, get it pushed out to other people to know about Michigan State football and about Detroit Lions and Detroit Tigers. I'm going to try to get back into doing some Red Wings and Pistons, even though I don't really know a whole lot about hockey, but basketball right now is a lot of three-point shooting contests, so I really don't really follow the Pistons. Even though they're doing really well, I still haven't really followed them. But anyway, give a big thumbs up down there. But like I said, it pushes it out there to other people from Michigan State. And also, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you guys get more videos just like this one. All right, guys, I got work to do here in the house. Got to go Christmas shopping with presents to see my dad. I shot a deer today. Shot a deer on the second day of opening day. Got a nice little 7-point. We cut the deer up. I got to go get the venison, and we're going to have venison sloppy joes tonight. Should be really good. All right, guys, I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces. Take care, guys.